Hello you beautiful creatures, how the devil are you? I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Lou, or Lucifer, as my friends like to call me. By my friends, I mean my ever-growing army of demons.
I'm eating a lollipop.
You look like you're an ethereal being because the light is like hitting just right. This is usually done in the bedroom, not like that. I have just finished work and that is why I look like this. Sorry, we are actually going to see Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, if you've been a long-running member of the channel, you know that I am obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's. Foxy is my favourite. It's been 8-9 years we've been waiting for this movie. I sobbed when I heard that it was in production. They finally, you know, Blumhouse had finally sorted it out, and good things have been said. Very good things have been said. So we're going to watch it tonight. I'm going to do it spoiler free. So what we're going to do is we're literally going to go to the cinema and we are going to tell you our thoughts. Any thoughts?
At the moment, ignore critics. Because critics only see things through a particular eye.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, critics are saying it's a bad movie. It's not consistent, it's not. If you're a fan of the franchise, you're probably going to enjoy it. Yeah,
exactly. Like, I'm a die-hard fan. I've followed the lore, I've followed all of the games, I've followed the books, all sorts. So this is going to be very interesting. So what I'm going to do when we're finished is I'm going to talk about kind of the lore aspects, not going into great amount of detail, just, you know, whether there's a lot, whether they've stayed true to the material, whether they've changed a lot, what the acting was like, the gore level as well, that is very important, the scare level as well. So that's the kind of thing that I'm going to do, and then we're going to have a more in-depth conversation about it when I'm not half dead and I'm not doing the scare run. And
also when the film's been out for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe,
because if you're in America and you're watching this, you've got to wait until Friday.
Oh yeah, exactly. Whoopsie. So maybe next week at some point we will do a full in-depth talk about it. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's finally happening. It's finally happening. Yeah, I'm very excited. Okay, so we will see you at the cinema. We are now seeing you at the cinema. You're obsessed. Yes, we're just about to go in. I
feel like Ted Coningsby.
No, we're not turning the channel into that. We're not doing that. Oh, Christ.
What?
Jesus wept. I'm so excited. We've just been talking about the critics, what critics have been saying. We've been like, no, we're just going to ignore everything they've said. Like, take it for face value, take it for our opinions, and we'll see. But I also hopefully have a poster waiting for me as well, which I'm very excited about. But yeah.
How many kids have you had to push out the way for this?
We're not going to talk about that. I've waited a long time for this movie.
And I find it hilarious that it's a 15 in this country and it's a PG-13 in America.
Strange. How do you do it? How do you do it?
So loads of families are being turned away.
But yeah, we're literally going in now. So the next time you see us, we will be telling you our thoughts. Okie dokie. Let's talk. I cried at the start.
Yeah.
I cried at the start. No, it's because, like I was saying to you, I've been waiting 9 years for that movie. I've been waiting 9 years for that movie, and the wait was worth it. The wait was absolutely worth it. I am so glad that they went through so many incarnations of the script, finding the right director.
I remember it was 15 scripts, 8 directors.
Yeah.
Posters come falling down.
No! I got my poster. I got my poster! Even the manager at that was in there was like, is that how much the posters are going for? I'm not going to tell you how much I spent on that poster. However,
it all goes to charity.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, Odeon, they work with the Mind charity. Mind is for mental health. Obviously, we celebrate a lot about mental health on this channel. I couldn't imagine it going to a better charity. So yeah, I've got the poster.
We've got an ever-growing poster collection.
An ever-growing poster collection. So storyline, not going to tell you anything. However, a lot of the critics have been saying there's a lot of plot holes.
And a lot of jankiness.
I didn't. And the thing is,
I felt it flowed.
I would have to agree. And also, you've got to think about the sheer volume of lore in this franchise. If you put every single thing in it, people wouldn't get it. They would not get it. Understand that this franchise has been going for years, and people like game theorists are still trying to piece the lore together to put it in a sensical way that it works. And if we think about it, the first Five Nights at Freddy's was very simple. It was a very simple premise, and I think that this movie captured that simple premise. You know, some people might think it's too oversimplified. That's fine. However, for a base point that they're looking to start with, I think it was a perfect base.
My way of looking at it, it's another incarnation. Like, think of for example, Halloween. Think of how long this franchise has been going for 45 years.
Yeah.
And how many incarnations are, how many restarts. This could be another restart for a different medium.
Yeah, exactly. And it's only going to grow, because don't forget that this is going to be a trilogy.
At least. And
you need to fill that trilogy with some stuff. I think, could they expand on some stuff in future movies? Yes, I do believe that, and I believe they need to, and I'm excited to see where they go with it. The level of gore, we were talking about this. So obviously it's a 15 in this country, it's a PG-13 in America. The level of gore that they've got in it passes for a PG-13 in America. But my argument is, you don't actually see a lot of gore in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. You don't. It's
alluded to.
It's alluded to, and I think...
very much like in this film.
Yeah, and I think alluding to it can sometimes be a lot more scarier than actually showing something.
You grimaced at a couple of points.
Yeah.
Even I was like,
yeah,
they went there.
There is one bit where you're like, oh my god. However, I think a lot of people would find it incredibly upsetting if they did actually show a mangled child's body inside a suit. That's not a secret. Everybody knows that that's what the situation is.
You're going into Art the Clown territory there.
Yeah, exactly. With the paranormal element, that worked really well. That worked really, really well. It wasn't stupid, it wasn't silly, it was very realised and understood. Very, very good. How communication goes between the spirits within the pizzeria and some of the characters is very interesting as well. I really liked what they did with that.
But the stars of the show.
Yeah.
Those animatronics.
Those animatronics were perfect. They were seamless. They were incredible. They were awesome.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
Like
Matthew Lillard as well.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Obviously, we're just so used to seeing that same shot of him in the office. But I can promise you there is more Matthew Lillard, and he is a perfect fit for William Afton. He is a perfect fit for William Afton.
Stephen Raglan.
Yeah, Stephen Raglan. The lore and the fan service is brilliant.
Yeah.
It is awesome. There was one bit that had me absolutely creasing, and it's a running joke throughout the film, and you'll understand it when you see it. But there were certain little bits in it where you'd be looking around and you'd be like, oh my god, that's that bit, and that's that bit.
It's where, it's where everyone starts doing the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. And I was like, I was literally like tapping Gareth's leg like every time something happened, and I was like, oh my god, it's this bit from this bit, and he was like, okay.
But then I found something that you didn't click onto straight away.
Was that in the credits?
No.
We'll have to talk about that afterwards.
All I'll say is it's just a theory.
Oh my god, yeah! Yes! No, I'm not spoiling that. If you don't know what it is, fair enough. But if you do know what it is, oh my god, I lost my mind. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely awesome. There's a lot of people that have helped the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise to become what it is, and a lot of those people are thanked and recognised in the movie.
But we all know, if you've seen like 8-Bit Ryan, Dorco, Baz games, they visited the set, they saw the animatronics.
Well, they're the photos of the employees of the month.
And they're the employees of the month. I mean, if Scott Cawthon happens to come across this, I mean, if you do make a sequel, we'd love to.
Could you imagine us in the Five Nights at Freddy's sequel? That would be hilarious.
Because I know you really want to give Foxy a big cuddle.
I would. There were certain bits in the film where I was literally tearing up because I was like, oh my god, it's happening. It's right in front of me. Like when the black screen comes up and the title comes up and the warnings come up, and I was like, oh my god, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Holy, oh my god. Honestly, you need to ignore what the critics are saying.
Make up your own mind.
Make up your own mind. There are certain bits in it, there are certain elements of it that I'm not that I'm not pleased with, that I was a little disappointed with, and I'll talk about those in the next video in the property and terror. However, they're minute details. Yeah, so that is a thing. You know, was it a masterpiece? To me, mostly. There's some elements not so much, but that's fine. But all in all, it's the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that we deserve. And everybody who's been involved in it should be really proud of themselves, because it is awesome. So, I'm gonna do a warning for you now. If you go and you're a teenager,
This is in the UK.
In the UK, you will be ID checked, because the people in front of us who were very fortunate to be ID checked, I wasn't.
Only 2 of them were though.
Yeah, they were ID checked. Obviously they were of age, however, people are asking for identification. We talked to one of the lads and
someone tried to take an 8-year-old.
Someone tried to take an 8-year-old in. It's not going to happen.
With some of the scenes, it's definitely not a kids' movie. It's, even though the games, the books...
Well, the games and the books have got very disturbing subject matter. They're not for kids.
Yeah. But if you look at how many kids play security breach... it's like, Ethan, how many kids do you see on YouTube playing Grand Theft Auto 5?
But the problem is, Security Breach gets rid of that grittiness that what Five Nights at Freddy's was. Like, the first couple of them were really dark. Really dark. And the books are really dark.
But then you've got stuff like, you've got the manual, you've got now a cookbook.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting the cookbook. Yeah, because now it is aimed at children, you know? All the toys and stuff like that, but
the plushies.
The plushies, you know, I would get that when we have a kid. I will be getting them a Foxy plush, and if they don't pick Foxy and they pick Chica or Bonnie, then, well, we're just gonna have to cross that bridge when it comes to it, because they're wrong.
It's like getting a kid to choose their favourite Pokemon.
I'll accept Freddy. I'll accept Freddy.
At a push.
At a push. Balloon Boy, if they even think about saying Balloon Boy is their favourite, we've failed as parents. I will say that now.
How unfortunate.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Where's that from? Help Wanted?
Yeah. So, yeah. Just a pre-warning in case you are thinking of having a family outing and your 10-year-old wants to go and see Five Nights at Freddy's in the cinema. It ain't gonna happen.
Wait until it comes out on Friday if you have a Paramount a Peacock account.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it comes out on Peacock the same day it comes out in the theatres in America.
Nobody can tell you off. No one can tell you off. I was watching The Thing and Sleepy Hollow when I was 6.
That's a bit of a polar opposite.
Well, yeah, but you know what my parents are like, you know? I'm fine.
I didn't get into horror until I was sneak watching Scream when I was 11, 12.
But yeah, it's honestly, all in all, because we're going to have a proper debrief about it, about what I'm not so happy with.
But then also what we're really
happy with. Foxy was amazing and I loved him so much. I was just pointing my flush at the screen and going, look, it's you! And you were crying at me, like laughing at me, and I was like, fine,
because it
fair.
was funny.
I am funny.
If I could have filmed that, I would have.
If he could have filmed my reactions, he would, because he was loving it.
It was almost like the polar opposite of watching Lou react to Terrifier 2.
I was just, honestly, I was smiling all the way through that movie. All the way through. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. But yeah, if you're going to see Five Nights at Freddy's, please let us know. I know a lot of people, which is really nice, a lot of people have actually been wanting to hear our opinion.
Yeah.
Loads of people. And also, we're 10 subscribers away from 1.5k. Please help that happen. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's been awesome. You've got a full tea and terror to look forward to, where we will be going into the nitty gritty of it, and I will be explaining the lore more in depth to this one. I feel so sorry for you.
Or even if you do it solo, if I'm at work.
Maybe, we'll see. I like having someone to bounce off.
Yeah.
I like ruining your mind with Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Exactly. There's a lot. There is a lot. Yeah, please let us know if you're going to go and watch it. Please let us know if you've been to watch it and what your thoughts are. If you're going to comment, please don't put any spoilers down below, just because some people might watch this and they might not want spoilers. Then when I bring out the Tea and Terror episode, then we can talk spoilers there. Okay? Lovely. We hope you've had a good day. If not, that's okay. Always remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys. Bye.